All right, everyone, I am back. Let me turn back up the volume. Normally I'll leave you with a nice little background noise, but it was just Saza yelling in the background, so I didn't want you to have to listen to that on repeat. All right, much to Cricket's unhappiness. We are back, and we're gonna head into the stone door. Are we doing it now? There we go. All right. So we find ourselves in a cave, and we can see a couple of things right now. We have runes on the wall.
Well, at least we got the druid.
Got goblins.
Entertained.
There's blood on the ground. I think I'm just not close enough to see where it comes from. And then here's a guardian statue that we need to be careful of. Now we're going to do a couple of preparatory things. We're going to cast Aid. And this is in the wrong spot. Just go like that. And then Will needs to cast his familiar. Oh, I haven't set up Will's bars either. I'll do that after the stream so that you guys don't have to suffer through it. Wait, no, we didn't take a familiar. Back to the tome, I forgot. Okay, I am gonna rearrange these then, so I know. Like, I need to get in the headspace. What are we doing? Okay. We have a blade. We can pierce with it. We can hit someone in the arm. We can flourish on them. I don't have a ranged weapon yet on him, but that doesn't matter because he has Eldritch Blast, which is what we should always do if we have the option. We've got Vicious Mockery as a cantrip, Blade Ward, Thorn Whip, and then Guidance. Where's the fourth one coming from? I forgot. Blade Ward? I don't know. We always need to cast Hex, which means I need to put it before the Eldritch Blast, or I will forget to cast it, and all of you will yell at me. And then we have Misty Step Under Darkness. Okay. No preparatory work there.
No time to run.
Think we're good. Let's all sneak. And see how close we can get. There's also mud on the ground, which does do something, so we need to be careful about that. We are going to use Lazelle's Mage Hand, which is invisible. And then we're going to try and quickly do this. We need to turn off this rune. There's a body there. We're going to float over here, again, because I know things. There's another rune hiding over here. And another body. And then... Uh-oh. Did you get stuck? We need to come
She'll kill us dead if we go back without it.
We'll get the druid talking. Grove's got
One thing I don't like about this game, a small thing that they made a change, is Mage Hand is only active once a day, which means like I feel like so much pressure to use them so quickly. But we got that in. We're within the 10 rounds that it exists, and we can go back to our party.
What to do?
And that'll just stop the guardian statues from attacking us. We're gonna get as close as we can. Ungroup.
My patience wanes.
And we're gonna get Lizelle closer because she is too far to do anything effectively.
No sign of the others yet.
I don't think she's gonna be very
Do you
sneaky.
think the fight up front went bad? Shut it! Boss should rip you for talking that way.
Will she make it?
Did some
Nope.
bleeding arts show
Oh.
up to save the druid?
It said stealth
I'll cut you
successful.
to pieces. Kill 'em!
Uh-oh. Alright, that's fair. They were looking directly in my direction. The whole party? Okay, just Shadowheart and Lizelle, and now Will. My God, leave her alone. Let her hide. Okay.
Victory awaits.
It's Lazelle's turn. We are going to... Man. We have goading attack, trip attack, goading ranged, trip range. I didn't know you could trip from range. That's interesting. Okay. We're going to try and trip this fellow. Oh, okay. He tripped because he's dead. So let's just move over here and end our turn. Shadowheart was not successful in her stealthing. I think we're still... Well... Okay. Y'all said you like spiritual weapon. I'll cast spiritual weapon. I really like halberds. Denise likes halberds. I feel like she would probably use a spear. And in this one, the spiritual weapon gets its own initiative, so it doesn't act right now. And I still have an action I forgot. That's a bonus action, so let's try and kill this guy. Of course we miss.
No holding back.
All right, Will.
No time to waste.
Do what you do best. I'm not going to waste a hex on this because I just don't think we're going to need it. And we missed. All right. We could miss you said, but we only have 2 spell slots, so let's hold off on that. All right. We can pierce. Gaping wounds. Jess, if you're still here, which is your favorite spiritual weapon to use? We can hellish attack. Hellish rebuke, sorry. But he only has 7 hit points. I feel like it's a little bit of an overkill. I don't know that we're going to use it for anything else, but I'm just not going to react to that. We also have an unconscious man on the floor that is yellow for us, so we think probably belongs in the Druid. In the Druid Grove, we'll try and save him. I usually use the maul, but have no logical reason why. Fair, fair. I assume that they do different things, but I've only ever used the halberd until just now when I used the spear, and I don't think the halberd has the piercing wounds thing, so I assume that they all do something different. All right, we're gonna crawl up here, and I don't think I can get behind her for a move. Try and shove, but I think it's just gonna go in the wall. All right, well.
My faith will protect me.
Why don't you help him up? He can't be helped. Okay. Never thought about it. Maul has concussive smash instead of gaping wounds. Yeah. That makes sense. Another thing that's different in this game than in D&D. In D&D, it just does force damage. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Battle favors the fearless.
I could heal. I'm aware I could heal the guy on the ground with a spell slot, but we're not for right now. I'm a bad person. All right. We get Dark One's Blessing, which is from our Fiend Warlock Pact, which is what he came with, which means we get temporary hit points when we kill something, which is nice. Oh, after saying that I wanted her to sneak so she'd get sneak attack, I forgot she wasn't in the initiative order. What a doof. Oh my goodness. Don't think you actually can because he's not in the party? Oh, I don't know. Revivify, you certainly can't raise anyone that isn't in your party. But I feel like
his breath's a
it just wants us to have this cutscene in this situation.
He doesn't respond to your voice.
All right, fine.
I'm ready.
Be a
Better
healer.
make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
There we go. I think you can heal anyone you want. You just can't resurrect anyone that's not in the party. Are we gonna talk to him?
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
All right, so we have some questions. Shadowheart is the one that was selected for this because I was just casting a spell on her, so we're gonna use her RP, not Pain's. How did those goblins slip into the grove?
Oh, it's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
All right, he's gonna run back off. Will is inspired for his folk hero background. Yes, you can also throw a healing potion at him, which works similarly to healing spells. So we're in all this deep mud down here. We're gonna first.
Waiting.
I want everyone to run around in circles. So then we're gonna group.
Without delay.
Never a dull moment.
Keep our rogue
my way.
leading the party and come up here. I think I could have climbed this, but yeah, okay. We're climbing. And then we're gonna do some looting.
What's inside?
And we get to see how ridiculous they are jumping around all the things, trying to loot stuff. I hate when you get the notification for like you did a perception check and then you don't know where it happened. It's like, can you replay that for me, please? So many potions of healing in here. Does this loot change, or did they change it since the last time I've done it? Because I don't remember this having so many potions before. Oh, hey, Hannah! Thanks so much for joining us. It's getting late here, though, so good night to y'all. Thanks for lurking. I appreciate it, and have a good night. Let's...
The
Oh,
Githyank,
no.
roughly
gosh.
translated, idealist do-gooder, or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset.
I
His
accidentally
pursuit
skipped
of
that first
valor,
line, but I think she's
not so
talking about
much.
Will. Didn't mean to click on her, though. Let's come over here. We have dark vision, so we can see in here. Would anyone else like to help with that failed
Long
perception
way to do
check
still.
we just had?
Best avoid that trap.
Thanks, Hannah. Have a great night. We'd love to see you again sometime.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
All right, we're going to disarm because we have a disarm kit now. We don't have to blow ourselves up. We can add guidance. All right, Justin Q, thanks for stopping by. Glad you had fun. Oh, we got a natural 1. Okay, we're gonna re-roll again because I don't want everyone to blow up. I don't know what kind of trap is on here, but there's a trap on here. The only way we reasonably fail it is with, you know, a natural 1, so. All right, and now we have to lockpick.
Wonder what's past this.
This is why, like, I know you can play without a thief. You can look for keys. You can smash chests with weapons and stuff. But like, I lockpicked so much that I can't imagine not having someone. So we failed this check because it's a higher difficulty class. But remember how I mentioned that we had those extra thieves tools, and we're going to use them. The reason I'm using them instead of my... We just failed again, that's what that sound is. The reason that we use the thieves tools instead of inspiration is because inspiration can be used for like social roles as well. We're gonna try one more time. If this doesn't get it, we're gonna send it to camp and try later. I don't want to ruin all our thieves tools, but okay, there we go. All right. Finally. All that work, we got a staff called Nature's Snare, which is probably really only good for Gale. Maybe Shadowheart can use it. I'll double check. Shadowheart can probably use it. Not worth 3 thieves tools, I don't think. Well, it's worth 400, so maybe. Shadowheart.
What's next, I wonder?
Yes, this is better than what she has. It can do up to 2 more damage. It can ensnare, so good weapon for her. get rid of her mace. And it still has bludgeoning damage, so it's good to have different damage types because
At least things have stayed interesting.
different things can be
Moving in.
resistant to different types of damages, and also for certain types of inanimate objects, you might need bludgeoning damage or slashing damage to destroy them. So, gonna climb over here. Are you stuck? Okay.
Indolence breeds
I'm gonna take
madness.
Lozelle up here.
Objective noted.
Oh, I think this is just the other entry point. This goes outside of the grove. No? Have I never found this room before? Or do I just not remember? I didn't find it on my last playthrough, the last time I was in here. Oh, this is... I know where this is.
I see a trap.
This is behind the Druid's Grove. You can't see this here, but I do know where this goes. Okay. Alright, Lozelle's not going to deal with those traps because she doesn't know how. That does go to the inside of the Druid's Grove. I just forgot for a minute. Alright, come back up here. About the other way. This way goes outside of the grove. Saz is still screaming back here.
No traps,
I don't think
please.
there's anything in these. Oh, there is. I don't think there's anything in these chests.
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of you.
All right, let's go. Really weird they left the door open here. I guess that's one thing to look for if you're on a way in again. So this is a book about, there's a series of these in the game. It's A is for Azuth and Other Gods, and this is volume 6. This is for Ilmater, Jurgol, and Kelemvor. So these are 3 of the gods in the world. I can't remember if we found some in the crypt from the earlier ones. So Ilmater takes in the ill and oppressed when one to help the other dies, then Ilmater, by Ilmater they are blessed. And then Jurgol, so often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor, he tracks the dead and makes sure that the dead souls do not roam. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arises. Make sure the souls are correctly led to all their proper afterlives. So that's just some lore about some gods we may or may not hear more about later in this game. All right, so let's finish going through the grove and picking up our starting quests.
He stares right
Donnie.
past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
I'm gonna just turn around to see what
You
he's
see
looking at.
nothing out of the ordinary. When you turn back, there's no trace of the child. There's a disarm trap. We've got some metallic gloves in here. You know, I would feel bad about this, but none of these are red, so apparently they don't belong to anyone.
Right tool will do the trick.
Including this locked chest here. I don't think there's much in here. Oh, there is. Okay. We have a smoke powder bomb. I don't... If someone wants to tell me in the comments, do kinds of loot ever change? Like, I know some are stationary, but like, are there some that ever change? Because I remember this one having less loot. But they also did an update recently that said, I think, that some loots were going to be bigger now than they were before. Mattis is waving us over and would like to talk.
Hold out your hand, lady. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
All right, we have a rogue option. Nice sleight of hand, hammer's flourish, right?
I never learned names or anything. Just the tricks. Anyway, forget that. Take the ring. I want to show you how lucky it is.
Okay, we can vanish the ring with a reverse hammer's flourish. We can say no time for a scam kid. I mentioned in the character creation session that we had that one of the things that I want to do is like explore like the thieves guilds a little bit more. So I'm definitely interested in getting on Mattis's good side. Let's try we have to do this one, right? We have to do the reverse Hammer's Flourish. Easy peasy. Usually it makes you pick heads or tails and she just shows you the trick.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay,
can impress her
maybe you
now.
don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
There we go. All right. I always say heads, so let's say tails.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested?
Oh, hey, welcome back. We're just trying to get in with our little thieves kiddos. All right. So wants to know if we want to see her wares. No, I don't want to be mean. Yeah, let's see what you have.
You got it. One sec. That's what I got.
Ooh, got inspired from that, which is fun. So they have some really fun stuff. We have the Ring of Infinite Wishes, which if you notice, this is a common item. It's not like a magical item, but the description says the exterior of this ring is roughly carved with nonsensical runes. We've got the Ring of Resistant to Ants. A glob of tree sap studded with dead ants occupies the space where this ring stone used to be. And then I love the Ring of being really invisible. This ring's gem is missing, or maybe it's just very invisible. So those are really cute. She sells them for 4 gold each. I don't think we need anything that she has unless we want some dye, but I don't. Oh, we have some money. Oh, that's right, we looted things. What color scheme are we going with for pain? Haven't decided yet. I'm not going to buy any yet. We can think about our options.
Something moving against your back and turn.
All right, so we have this other little tiefling kid who we felt trying to pickpocket us. We can say, relax, you didn't even take anything from me. Someone starting so young, who taught you that? Which I've never had that option before, so that'd be fun. We can observe, athletics, detect thoughts. Let's go with the rogue option.
One of the big kids. How did you catch me?
Oh, how else you're clumsy. A dead man could have caught you. No, we're not going to say that. You were unlucky this time, but you've got talent, I can tell.
Wow, thank you. I guess I'll try harder not to get caught next time. Bye.
I've never had this interaction and any other way other than them running off and being sad. So, I like that. That's nice. Okay. We'll see. Hey, Marley. We'll see if we run into the kids later.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Kagha's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
All right. Marley, have you gotten a chance to play any more this week? Hope it's been going well. I watched a stream with the PS5 controls and it looked insane to me, so power to you for working through that system.
Now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Kagha to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh!
All right. Yay! Who'd you make? Let me know about your character if you want to. You don't have to. All right. We can either say, I saw it happen, why are the druids holding your daughter, or you need to be careful, that bear would have torn you to shreds. I don't think we're like gonna condescendingly tell people. They know that they almost got torn to shreds, so why are they holding your daughter?
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
Horrifying. We should check on the girl.
Yeah, of course Will wants to. Yeah, Marley, I had only been watching PC streams before, but I saw one last night that was PS5, and I was just like, oh my gosh. It's so much more confusing. All right. Will wants to check on the girl. I don't think I've had Will while doing this quest before because I usually have Astarion and Gale with me. Oh my gosh. Like you said, it's your fault. You should have tried parenting her. Yikes. Thieves. I'm not going to say they deserve to be punished, of course. Let's go talk to them. I'm learning that Pain has a soft spot for kids, especially if she's with the other
Can't take this waiting.
tieflings that were doing the swindling. I think she wants to explore that option.
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
Marley mentions, I made a handsome tiefling man ranger. I'm in lust with him. I love it. I have a sorcerer drow that I'm just like swooning over her also, so I get it. All right, let's try and get in here.
Calm, Magrin. Give her a chance. You, get back!
The juxtaposition of those two lines always crack me up so much. Like, give her a chance, get back! Like, why? All right, we can either say, I go where I please, because I took care of your goblins. What's so special down here? Not looking for trouble, can you let me by? Yeah,
no,
that one.
And you'll find trouble all the same, unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Kagha wants to see you. Go ahead.
All right, Kagha is the druid leader now. We found out earlier that...
My grizzled friend. What can you tell me about this place?
Shh, quiet, please. We found out that Halson is the druid's healer, and he's not here right now. Trying to move away from that conversation so it's not as loud. And Kagha is now kind of ruling over the grove, so let's go over here. This kind sir named Volo wants to talk to us.
Gates just now, no? When the goblins came, you saw them up close?
If you aren't familiar with...
If you please. There's no overstating my interest.
If you aren't familiar with D&D lore, Volo is a lore character in D&D, and there's like the Volo's Guide to Monsters and things like that. So he's pretty famous in the D&D worlds. I love this line for sarcasm, and there's no overstating my disinterest. I have no time for questions. I guess it's not sarcasm because she means it. It's just a funny statement.
Quick. Hand to heart.
I always have sat here for this, for you guys, so you can see the outrageousness of this conversation.
Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
So we know all the details. We could give an exact description, but we're gonna say just common variety goblins.
Aye, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins?
I don't know why these are our only 3 options. I'll say I'd rather not say. Are we done here?
Far be it from me to pry. Now, as you were saying, Lasha Booyag,
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Dragon? There wasn't a dragon. Or, yeah, it was brass, no doubt. Or, I think there's been a misunderstanding. What do you want? I like the look that she's giving here. We're gonna say, yeah, it was brass, no doubt.
Witness mistook obvious silver dragon for brass. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Yeah. I believe they did, and if they didn't, then Zaza told us about the absolute.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
I'm not gonna say anything.
Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use.
Do we think it's a good idea for this eccentric man to go single-handedly into a goblin camp? Probably not. I'm gonna say, why the dragon?
My friend, every story benefits from a dragon.
He's not wrong.
Until we meet again.
All right. We also don't have our bee speech, but here's the bear. And then over here. Over here is the idol of Sylvanas. They're doing their ritual. There's another bear over here sleeping on what looks to be an elevator. If we need that later, we can deal with that. Actually, let's do that right now. I'll forget to do it if we don't do it right now. So let's see if we can get her to leave. And we're gonna have Shadowheart talk to the bear. Animal handling is based on wisdom, which is why I chose our wisdom-based caster for this. I don't know who would just walk up and like nudge a bear though. Like you'd just be like, come on. Alright, so we're all gonna get on the elevator. Come on. There's a squirrel that we cannot talk to.
Let's try this way.
Oh, let me lead with Lizelle.
Action, not reaction. Repositioning.
I also didn't know this encounter was here. The first several times I played, I had a friend tell me about this. They're like, hey, did you do this thing with the thing? And I was like, no. So there is a bugbear assassin up here about to harm this woman. So let's try and avoid that.
Time to press ahead.
Let's bonus action hide.
Cautious.
Ooh, just out of range and in the partially obscured shade here. Then we can sneak attack because we're hidden. And we still have an extra bonus action because of our thief subclass. So we're gonna try and I think dash is better than hide in this scenario. We're just gonna run over here. We're closer for next time. No reason to cast Hex. This guy's gonna die pretty quick, so. Oh, I didn't mean to run backwards.
I will ascend.
Yeah. Oh, she can't make it. She's gonna be so sad.
Make way.
I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
How much farther can I go?
Let's talk to Nadira.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Coin mistress, you lost me. I've been to Avernus, but I'm no devil's servant. I don't think we have been to Avernus. Well, I mean, technically. That's what I spaced out. She did call us out on that. We went on the Mind Flayer ship. That's why she mentioned that. That bugbear would have crushed your skull. This is the thanks that I get, or deception you got me. Hand over the coin and I'll be on my way. Not just because this is like the roguish option, but I think that we're curious. What coin is she talking about? Let's try and lie and find out. Difficulty class is only 5, so I'm not going to use guidance. We're just, if we get a 1, we fail anyway, and we have a +4, so we either succeed on this or critically fail. We're fine. All right. Come on.
That bloody Irenes! Devils just can't stand to lose. Here. Now go back to the pit that made you.
Rude. I don't know if this is bugged. I don't know why they're giving me the same options. Save. Just try and pick an option that doesn't get me in trouble.
Why, thank you, dread slayer of bugbears. You shall live forever in my memory. Now take my regards back to that pouting Irenes and leave me alone.
The game wouldn't let me. I'm leaving now. Thanks. So we received a soul coin. It is a strange, incomprehensible whispers emanate from this coin, pervading your thoughts with rage and despair. These coins can power infernal engines. We're gonna put that in our story bag. The bugbear had a book on him. I don't know if I've read this one in another game. 1 foot, 2 feet, we'll meet, 2 drakes, 1 meek, 1 draw, 2 drakes. I think these are just songs. All right. All right. Now that she is safe, we'll come back down to our elevator and resume Path of the Druid's Grove. I did, I'm not thinking. I wasn't looking for herbs. And another path over here that we should definitely take. For no reason. You can do it. I have faith in you.
What's that?
That's all you're standing in the crate. Alright, 2 healing potions. Not bad. Okay, I guess there weren't any alchemy supplies to collect over here, but we did get 2 healing potions out of it. We'll run back on our elevator. Lever. Okay.
Let's have a look.
There are some in here where this person is gardening. Seems like it would be rude to walk in here and just take them, but...
Speak.
Alright. I'm looking for a healer. Can you help me narrow the search?
Find Nettie in her room. Through the carved door, deeper in the grove.
Are you helping to prepare for the ritual?
I would prefer not to. But if Master Halsin does not return, Kagha will give the order, and my voice will not matter.
Alright, so we have a little bit of information here that the druids are split between following Kagha and wanting Halsin to be back.
Yes, I see. And is that her with 2 R's or 1?
Just collecting the herbs here and heard Volo in the background. I don't know if he's super audible unless you have headphones on or not. Tusk rutting around in the mud.
Here we go.
Here's the car door. Hopefully we'll find Kagha in here. Go ahead and save our game. Alright. We're gonna look around after this interaction.
She must pay the...
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Kagha. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
I am incapable of looking at that hairstyle in the character creator without seeing Kagha, so I can't ever have it. I wouldn't want the hair, but like I can't have the hair. Thief, poison, what is this girl's actual crime? Imprison her, she's just a child, do nothing. When the guard said you wanted to see me. Let's ask what she did.
Girl? You mean parasite?
Yes, I hate her too, Marley.
Drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks.
Oh, how dare she drink
Wrath,
water?
Lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Kagha. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Yeah, the Tiefling Kids are so cute. There's also, just to let you know, in your own playthroughs, if you have a Speak with Animals potion, this encounter goes very differently. And also, I think if you're a druid, you have some other options to interact with the snake. But without those things, it's just talking with the people like you would expect. All right, don't druids cherish harmony? Release her, I'll see that she stays out of trouble, or read Kagha's mind. I definitely want to pick this one, but I also want to read Kagha's mind. I don't think that this will lock me out of the other option. Great. Whopping 4. Let's try again. There we go.
Halsin is gone. I am first druid now. I will take control and prove my authority.
So smug. Hate it. I like the first part of this. You've proven your authority now, but like the second part, now prove your mercy, isn't a thing she's gonna respond to, or that Pain would say. I don't think. Let's just try and persuade her and say that we'll look after her. Hello, Diane. It's good to see you. Yes, we have a very rude, sassy druid on our hands here. And Marley, I meant to tell you earlier too, we had some really cute interactions with the Tiefling Kids before you jumped on the stream as well. So
very well. She may go.
Put that back up on
break your word, and my
YouTube afterwards.
Sif, Tila to me.
Out. Since we're doing streams,
my grace has.
I'll wait till she's done. I thought she was done talking.
It hurts.
Thank you, Kagha. Master Halsin.
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Dang, girl, dang. Okay, since we're on YouTube now, instead of on Twitch, the replays will be available right away to watch, but if you want to wait till they're cleaned up and, like, edited into a more easy to digest format, they'll be up next week. All right, so we got a couple things going on right now. So we're going to follow up on them. Shadowheart said her hand hurts.
Ridiculous. I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
How badly does it hurt? Are you sure it's not connected to the tadpoles?
Positive. You can trust me on that.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. We're here, so let's read this plaque real quick.
The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
Law seriously.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as well have lain on the ground and let them trample us.
By claw and tooth from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The mural depicts a ritual, but you do not recognize the deity involved.
I was just typing. I didn't know how long that cutscene was going to go on. I missed at first that you said you're excited to hop on, and I did take Hex for you. Die, no worries. Will has it. Let's talk to Kagha.
Go on. Say it.
Yeah.
You think I'm a monster?
Yeah, you're a real bee.
Monster? Too kind. A demon, more like.
Again, I've never had Will when I've come down here before, so these are all like new interactions that I'm getting with him. Only a monster would threaten a child? I think that's the option that we go with.
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind.
Lizelle
You see only
disapproved?
villains and
Fun.
victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
All right. We can just attack her, which is an interesting option at this venture. Let's ask more about the magic behind the ritual.
The rite of thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary. None of this can happen while outlanders infect us. Sylvanus demands that we choke them out.
Look, I don't want to be a stickler about D&D lore, but that's not really what Sylvanus is about. Justin attacked her, didn't end well for me in the future with the beautiful red lady. Oh no. Yeah, she doesn't like that. We're talking about someone we haven't met yet in the stream, guys, but we'll get there. I'll try and remember to tell you what that's in reference to. All right. You'd leave them to die on the road, let them stay. Do what you want, or we can just leave. Let's just leave. I'm just gonna walk away from this conversation. Let's take a look at this logbook. It's labeled 1371, which is the date, and it is stamped with an elegant stag amongst a dark green background. 6 Uktar, that's one of the months. Sent to druids, some of the newer recruits up north. Village here has... Is that too loud for you guys, the background banter while I'm reading the books? It's pretty loud in my ear. Okay, 6 Uktar, sent to druids, some newer recruits up north. Village has 2 years of failed crops and are unlikely to survive next winter. 3 days later, a group of from Baldur's Gate arrived. They've set up camp on the edge of the forest. 2 bears and a fox came by. The territory has been burned out. Half the fox's cubs died pain. This new group a visit tomorrow. The following day, visit did not go well. After telling me where to shove it, they said I could cut down half the forest and burn out any wildlife that dare stick around. Claimed they were going to farm the land and make a new city of their own. Time to get creative. Final entry 2 days later, mudslide did the trick, buried half the farming equipment, and made the rest useless. They won't be back anytime soon. Got reports of red wizards in the village south of here, sending 3 rangers to investigate, even if they get, if they catch even a whiff of a red cloak. I'm contacting the House of Sylvanas. All right, back on my headphones. I couldn't read and have the background banter at the same time. So if that was loud on the replay, I will adjust it for a future stream. Oh, no, 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 no. That's red. Don't take it. Okay. This isn't red.
Oh no. I hate wolves.
All right. So first Shadowheart had the pain in her hand.
Shadowheart.
And now she's scared of silver.
I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an irrational fear to harbor. You've been decent to me so far. Maybe if you can, don't make me face any more of them. At least, not alone.
Just gonna say everyone has their fears. I won't judge yours.
Really? Some might think it makes me a liability. Maybe that's what I like about you. You're different.
All right. We are going to do something. Sorry for the camera spinning. I feel like what I'm looking for is over here, right? Pretty sure it's over here.
This will all be over. The ritual's almost finished.
Oh, it's back here, I think. Maybe? Yes, okay. All right, so we are going to ungroup. Sorry for spacing out there. I just got lost. Not terribly fun. Girl, you were just saying, I hate wolves. That wasn't hard to notice. Yeah, some of her dialogue is a little bit abrupt, especially in the early scenes where they're like trying to get you to like learn more about your companions. I'm wondering if what happened is like they recorded the lines and then slightly changed the interaction or something so they don't quite make a ton of sense, but it's fine. All right, this is Kagha's chest. It was hiding behind a bookshelf, and we're going to try and open it and not get caught. But we rolled a 2. Let's use another set of thieves tools or a point of inspiration. Let's see, we're low on thieves tools. Let's go point of inspiration. That red cone of vision out there is NPCs that can see us. So once we're out of here, we can unhide and then they won't think we're being sus. And let's see what we have here. We have a book called The Shadow Druid's Doctrine and a half-torn note. So, the book's spine is limber from overuse. The corner of one page is folded inwards. Balance is a myth where any clan treads, nature struggles. Unity is a fiction. Men of mere flesh seek only to tame the beast and raise flora. We are the thunder, we are the rain, we shatter mankind to grow new life in its place. The 2 was so sad. Thanks for inspiration. Yes. It's really hard, like when you're like, I have such a small chance of failing this, and then the dice betray you, but it happens. We are using, for anyone joining us late in the stream or in a different YouTube video VOD, we are using the non-karmic dice. So these are truly random. There's also the karmic dice option that automatically the game comes with, so it kind of like balances out your rolls, kind of like a friendly DM would. So we're not playing with that. So the thing is, like, if you roll a natural 1 with the karmic dice, you're likely to swing back to the other end, so you can kind of like start to expect what you're going to roll, which isn't everyone's cup of tea. So we're going to try without them. All right, this is the half crumpled, torn note that was in her chest as well. There are marks crisscrossing the page that don't look scribbled on as much as slashed. Kagha, swamp docks, tree, meet me alone, Olodon. So we'll keep our swamp docks in mind if we want to investigate Kagha's situation. Let's hop over to our quests. And investigate Kagha. We found a note, and we'll see what she's up to. Show that on the map. We're in a different area, so it's not going to show us. It's fine. All right, everything else in here. Well, let's do a thing. We're a thief, right? Oh, there's a guy in the room. Forgot that. He came in here. Let's have our party group together.
I wonder what the next move is. I'll take this way.
Indolence breeds madness.
The pride of the gate.
All's well that ends.
We're gonna do some stealing. We entered turn-based mode so that the wolf stops walking around outside. The wolf has never caught me, but I wouldn't put it past him. We're gonna dash. Don't walk around the thing and waste your movement. Okay, so the Rite of Thorns is the thing that they're trying to do for the Grove. And the Elder Circle doth decree the greatest tenets. Number 3, 1, the natural order must be preserved no matter its form. 2, forces that would disrupt the natural order must be destroyed. And 3, the Emerald Enclave must offer aid to the weary and injured. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the Emerald Enclave tenets. This is the Rite of Thorns. Interwoven prayers and incantations snake across one side of the page. Written on the other are instructions for performing a Rite of Thorns. When the prayer is complete, thorns and brambles rise from the earth, protecting harm from those who chanted it. So they are trying to enclose the grove in these thorns so that no one can come in and out. Seems sus. We are going to toggle out of turn-based mode.
Never wanted the easy path.
And there's a little reset timer here. And we can press it before the wolf comes back. All right. Let's see what we've got here. I think we read the accounts of Balespawn before. In the last little, I had like a video on the Dank Crypt and we read them at the end. I don't know if these are the same ones or different ones, but go ahead and take it. Like, I know thieving is frowned upon, but you learn so much in this game by reading stuff you're not supposed to read. I think we have both of those as well. We haven't done this one. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag personally acquires means that her powers will be unique compared to that of her sisters, hags as a whole can still be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named such for their ability to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring essential essence until a victim's soul can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty, selfish braggarts. Sea hags, known for devouring their victims whole. Sea hags can terrorize and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. And then green hags, they're beautiful, they're powerful. Speak not a word against them. And that was the evil eye. And if one looks into the etched markings on the cover long enough, they appear to blink. And I'm pretty sure we read this one. I'll put it on the screen there so you can pause and read it if you want to. Grove's artifacts, this tablet categorizes magical various artifacts of a druidic nature. One particular entry has been outlined, Idol of Sylvanus, a relic formed from the wood and resin of an oak tree touched by the forest father himself. Pray to it quietly to reap Sylvanus's blessing and commune with nature. Below an entry, a chalk note snakes across the stone. So much more, so much more prayer, more power, Rite of Thorns. I'm not going to take that. All right, same book again, but we can sell them for money. On the subject of Gond in progress. Is it it's a piece of paper? Benji, enough is enough. I am sick and tired of hearing about your precious Emerald Enclave. They claim to be allies of the people of Faerun, that they fight to balance civilization, and nature in a chaotic world, but this is lies. They are the enemies of progress, of intellect, who would be happiest if the world reverted to a time of outdoor privies and knuckle-dragging proto-folk. Those are some strong words. Please visit me at the High House of Wonders in Baldur's Gate. There are things I have learned during my apprenticeship that are simply, well, wondrous. There are water pumps, no more back-breaking work for simple bucket of water. A steam-powered oxen that can drive your wagon for days on end. Even this letter, it was transcribed and printed by our newest mechanized printing press. I had little fun and printed several copies just for the sake of it. Please, brother, I cannot bear the thought of coming home to find you picking berries out of a tree and arguing with mother and dad about whether or not the crops are impede on fox territory. Right back soon, all right? And don't forget, Dad's birthday is next month. Love, Abigail. I don't think I found this letter before. If there was one playthrough where I did kind of steal stuff in here, and I didn't clock everything in this, but I'm in Act 3 on one of my characters, and we're gonna come back to this, so that's kind of exciting. Catching up on chat, hags equal bad, can confirm. Have not been reading anything. I can't see well enough from my couch. Yeah, that's another reason, like, I think that it would be hard to play on the controller, because you'll see when I'm reading, I like lean forward. Even though my monitors could move, I could just move it closer to me, but that's extra work. Okay, we're going to come out of hiding and exit turn-based mode. Were we not in turn-based mode the whole time? Did we get caught?
Alright, time to skulk about. These boots have seen everything.
It's fine. I'm not doing anything wrong. I lie to myself. Just read your books. And keep your apple. Ooh. Another evil eye. I think that's everything in here, right? Where's the pouch? It's on like the other side. Oh, it's on the floor over there. Okay. Unsneak. Exit.
Another step forward.
One more pouch and then we're good. We can keep moving.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. Unsneak. Group together. Let's
not over,
leave.
Then through.
Yeah, you don't need to read the books, but they have like a lot of information in them. Some of them are just fluff and filler, and others are actually helpful, and like come back many times over in the game. I'm trying only to read aloud the ones that, at least that I know, will affect the game later on. I won't read the ones that are just like fluff to be fluff. Except one that I have in mind that I'm excited to show some of my friends based on some other games that we're playing. But, okay, we're gonna save the game. Talk to Nettie.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
Just gonna wait.
May the cat drinks.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
I'm looking for Nettie.
You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you.
Yes, Marley, I agree. The wings bother you. They are rendered to be like stiff wings out for flying, but when they fold back in, they just tilt on an angle. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Did they look at the bird before? Oh, they do have other birds that, or other wings, I should say, that fold beautifully or better, but they just didn't work on that one very hard, I don't think. I mean, they did a great job. I'm sure that they weren't super concerned about blue jay wings, but it is obnoxious. All right, what can she do for me? Healing as soon as possible, asking directly about mind flayers. I hear Halsin's the best healer around. I need to find him.
You and every other soul here. I can help if something's wrong. I'm no Master Halsin, but I can manage.
I'll take whatever I can get. Heal me.
Come here.
Let's see what she can do for us.
You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
I'm more than tired. Something crawled into my eye.
Crawled in? Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
You know of them? Can you help me? What other kinds are there? It's not like a frog hopped in my eye. Actually, never mind. I'll get help somewhere else.
That's
We're gonna go with the
serious condition.
Frog hopped in my eye.
Follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
There's so many games where I nitpick the horse or bear movement. Yes. I agree. It was interesting watching
something in that vessel.
This one had the same problem as you.
The behind the
Attacked us
scenes
in the woods
for
together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
Okay. The behind the scenes for the Vox Machina cartoon, they talked about how much animators hate animating horses because of the gaits being really hard to reproduce, and I just thought that was interesting. Whereas like I would paint horses 100 times over before people, but to each their own. Okay. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after, and there's a corpse on a slab. It didn't really let us look around before we went into this conversation. So, hoping for a less grave cure. Look, horses have stupid legs. I don't blame them. Okay, Nettie grabbed a thorny piece of plant.
I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halsin, mind. He'd have your tadpole out like that.
I think we should be
Still,
concerned.
We have options. You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
All right. What's that plant? Will it help?
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange?
I like that she's holding it behind her back, despite the fact that we failed an insight check. I can merge my mind with someone else that's infected. I fell from a ship in the sky, something caught me, and intellect devourers spoke to me as if I was one of their own. No, nothing strange, I just want it out of my head. I think we're gonna go with the last one because she's acting sus.
Nothing? You're sure? All right. I suppose that makes things easier. Give me your arm, please.
Oh no. Oh no. I've never said nothing to her before, I guess.
You came to me for help. Do you want it or not?
No.
No, I can't let you leave. You could transform any second. This is the last time I'll ask. Please.
You're not asking this as a threat.
To hell's with it.
Nettie! This goes very differently if you cooperate and answer her questions. We didn't specialize in intimidation because we hoped that deception and persuasion would work. We can try and dodge, or we can try and attack first. I'm gonna rely on, I don't like that this doesn't have a roll. I don't know what that's gonna do. And let's go with the dexterity so we can claim deniability, like we're not the ones who opened harm on the druids. Hopefully. Okay, we're fine.
You dodge her blow, but as you regain your footing, you can see the pain in her eyes.
I'm sorry. I truly am, but I can't let you go. If you transform out there, you'll kill everyone in the grove. Everyone for leagues around.
Okay, we can say the drow didn't transform, neither will I. I'm not showing symptoms, that means I have time. Try and call the tenets of her order. She can't support this. Or you can't hit me, let alone kill me. Don't make me put you down. Oh my gosh. Let's go with the persuasion, because medicine is not good for us. Not as good for us. Cooperation is overrated. I think the dodge is a good play. Thank you.
Master Halsin did say the drow's tadpole was dormant. Maybe yours is too.
Okay, are we gonna make it out of this? I just want to find a cure. No one else can stop these goblins. I'm glad you're coming to your senses. Let's try and plead to her. I think we're good at reading people. So just like, yeah, give me a chance to find a cure for this.
All right, but on one condition. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
Okay, I think this is gonna be like a bit, okay, whatever, hand it over. I don't know that she has intent of using it, but we'll agree.
Swear it.
I think it's funny that you can say I swear it, and then not have a deception check for that. But I want to get out of here, so we'll say, yeah, sure, I'll swear.
I hope it doesn't come to that.
Yes.
But
Cross my fingers behind my back.
Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flare infection. Then suddenly,
we did it, guys.
There's dozens of you.
Got out of a tense conflict.
Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird
Seems
powers
weird.
aside, you seem perfectly normal.
I'm sure it won't, you know, consume the entirety of this game. All right, what do you mean should be changing? You must have learned something from studying. Just tell me if there's a cure. Now let's see what she's learned.
For one, that thing in your head is like nothing we've ever seen from mind flayers. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them.
I have no idea what you're talking
about. Not yet, anyhow.
So you think it's only a matter of time. That's good news. You said you're tracking other victims. Did they change?
Hard to say. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
All right. So go and get him?
I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with goblins. And if my birds can't get close, what chance do I have? You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
I don't think Payne loves the idea of someone talking about her as like a parasite incubator, but we're gonna try and look past that. Between alright, Alpha and Halsin, or it sounds like you're making a lot of assumptions that could kill me, let's go with the second one.
The way I see it, you have two options. Halsin, or that wyvern poison. I don't envy your choice, truly. But this is the hand fate's dealt you.
Okay.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you what happened out there. But those adventurers were the only witnesses. And they're long gone. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Lady, I'm not a paladin. Don't talk to me about my oath.
Nettie. Come on.
Wyvern.
Alright, we've gotten our wyvern
Never tried it, and
poison.
I hope to keep it that way.
Better a quick draft than Ceramorphosis, nonetheless.
We are going to sneak over here while Nettie
Becoming a mind
went in the other room.
in case things start to go very wrong.
And let's see what we have. We have bottled blooms, bottled tentacles, bottled eye, bottled solvent, Halsin's journal, extraordinary happenings while meditating in the forest. Nettie and I were ambushed by a pack of goblins led by a drow. We had no choice but to defend ourselves, but that is not the extraordinary, or rather disturbing part. On the drow's death, a parasitic creature emerged from part of the corpse and it tried to escape. I managed to capture it and have the host's cadaver here in my study. I've told no one of my fears. Nettie suspects, but knows better than to ask. I will investigate further before informing the others. Kagha will demand answers. I don't yet have. I had better record than any words. I had better record any further findings in a separate volume and keep them on my person, lest prying eyes jump to the wrong conclusions. We also, he's talking about this. There's a mind flayer parasite. We also heard right before we went into that conversation with Nettie, a voice in our head saying, oh, there's something interesting over there. You should take a look at it. Anatomical sketches of both drow and illithid tadpole are accompanied by notes written in an urgent scribble. The parasite was nestled deep in the brain matter, illithid undoubtedly, yet the host seemed unaware while alive. No visible signs of ceramorphosis on the cadaver. Most strange. The final note is a single underlined word. Altered.
Looks like Halsin's our best bet for a cure.
Dear Nettie, I entrust you with the circlet to open the library where it always...
See what he knows.
If you need to enter the vault...
Only a Githyanki creche holds our cure.
Party, stop talking. I'm trying to read a note. If you need to enter the vault, talk to Wrath. He has the rune, but won't give it to anyone. So be sure that you have a good reason to ask. Protect my research while I'm gone and take care of the animals. Don't give fish to Tuffet. She's getting lazy. From Master Halsin. So we have information from Master Halsin about his research notes in his tadpole. We know that Nettie has a circlet that opens the library. We know that Wrath has a tablet to open something there. But don't have more information than that. Everything else is just like bottled tentacles and stuff.
Free for the taking.
Oh, we got a little whisper there. Free for the taking, take it. Let's come over here. I mean, I'd prefer you not walk on the table, but I guess you do you. Let's leave the exit-based mode, and we're gonna... No, okay. If that's where you want to be, I guess that's fine. Let's use our amulet and talk to this dead man.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
All right, so this is our first time on stream, I think. Have we used this on stream before? I don't know what was in this video, what was me playing over the past week. Speak with Dead is pretty cool in this game. It's a 3rd level spell, but it's a ritual, so once you cast it once during the day, you can cast it all day long on any other corpses that you come across that are willing to speak to you. So we'll have this option for the rest of the day if we come around. Nothing like climbing on furniture unnecessarily, especially with dead bodies on them. You know, it's, you know, totally fine. So we can ask up to 5 questions, and sometimes when you click questions, they lead to other questions. Not always, but sometimes. So, who are you?
Ned Siranis of the Absolute.
Yeah, it's super cool for the utility, Diane. I really like it, that you can do it multiple times a day. I don't think we need to ask what happened because we found Halsin's notes saying that they killed him. We don't need to ask who killed you. How many drow are out there?
Minthara. Back at camp.
Okay. So we've gotten the name Priestess Gut and Minthara. Where did you get your tadpole?
The corpse remains silent. It doesn't understand the question.
Didn't know where its tadpole came from. Okay. Where did you start following the Absolute?
Moonrise Towers. Initiation.
Were you abducted by mind flayers? I know the answer to this, but we'll ask
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Did I press leave instead by accident? I might have pressed leave. Either that or bugged out. Okay, so we got Moonrise Towers. We got some good information.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Let's take off this note so we can read it. Track the druid. Find whatever burrow he runs into and report back to me. Remember, you are only a scout. Do not engage. Do not kill anyone. Simply observe and return. I shall decide what to do next. M. He just didn't want to answer me, yeah. I will say, too, while we're on the subject, Speak with Dead also, there are some like pretty big restrictions in this game for it. So if the target was killed by fire damage, electricity, or is like otherwise, I forget what the specific conditions are. Oh, here we go. Skeletons and creatures killed with acid, fire, lightning, necrotic, or radiant damage no longer have a mouth and can't be made to use to talk. So I have forgotten this numerous times during my games where like I'll be fighting an enemy and just like using my casters. And if you use certain spells on them or certain types of arrows, you won't be able to talk to them. So I'll try and do a better job at remembering that in this playthrough, but I can't make any promises. All right, I have kitten, which means I don't have the both hands that I need for playing the game. We are in the library, by the way, and we read the note about the rune. So there's the rune of the elk, the rune of the bear, the rune of the eagle, and then we're missing one in this empty socket. And we read in the book that Wrath has that one. Kitten, in order to be sneaky, I need both hands. It will take forever. Okay. You come over here.
Can't risk being in open view.
Okay, but you didn't crouch.
Just out of view.
All right, let's see if we've got any new books here. Giffen Mind Flayers. I don't think we've read that one yet. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storytelling, hailing from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several 10 days, sorry, Cricket climbed on the desk and I'm distracted. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating that I was no threat to his health and peace, the more he was open to gentle inquiry. This tale relayed to me on a chilly morning while we stoked a small fire between us. It was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted empathetically that it was all true to his own eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill and scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent, and in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, a power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowed would not be cracked, the Gith fought... Honey... The Gith's children fought back valiantly, and their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. So this is a little bit about the history of Gith and Illithids. We know why Lizelle hates them so much. Basically, mind flayers enslaved the Gith people, and it wasn't until they were able to rise out and rebel against them that they got their freedom back. So important things. I'm taking my chances by not going into turn-based mode. We're just gonna... It's fine. Personal account. In Ketheric, I see failures manifest. He did not fall, he was pushed, his grief twisted by shadow, and yet we still not act until his light was all but snuffed. Might want to keep hold of that name, Ketheric. It's not the last time we'll see it. Cricket, you can't just walk around the desk. You've never been allowed to do that. Come on. Oh, God. Here we go. Thank you, dear. Okay, to whom it may concern, not an invitation to speak later, apparently. Okay. Got some mugwort here. Let's see what the runes have, or the tablets. Disorders of nerves and mind. I don't think I'm going to read this one, but hopefully there's enough time there for you to pause if you wanted to look at it. Soul coins, we picked one of those up and we don't know what it is. So academic disclosure, this research was funded independently and conducted in a site in Avernus, the first plane of the 9 hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soin coals as a concept are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. They are frequently traded for the value that their value can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel strange engines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding the soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell, for it was the bargain that got her promoted out of the Lemur Sedatus. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. The next 50 pages appear to be a painstakingly written legal document in Infernal with headache-inducing number of footnotes, as the devil contracts tend to be. So yeah, I love that I get to share the Candlekeep stuff with you, Diane. Di is one of my friends that I play D&D with and also runs a Candlekeep game for us. So that's not the only Candlekeep reference you'll see in this game, and I love it. Yeah. All right, we have more of the same here. We're going to take them so we can sell them. Ooh, Fringe Philosophy. I don't think this one is necessary. Oh, no. Okay, let's read it. The publisher note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thera Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside the great Gondonian journal, so they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the high house of wonders and all that marvels therein, I was not but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that is how I first saw them, the slow, serene earth motes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. I'm sorry, guys. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Nerithil carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. It was later still, after I earned my place at the high house, that I learned of all the long shadow Nerithil cast along the evolution of our craft, that their great flying cities fell in folly and flames do not diminish the wonders that they wrought, and the stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gon's teachings. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit-born meddling in the Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into the shadow, their lore twisted to Shar's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even if the fires consume us. I was very wrong when I first opened it. That's a very important book for us. Yeah, studying cities that used to fly has never caused any problems in any lore or universe that happened to fall in D&D. It's fine.
To find a way forward.
What's that? What's what? What are you looking at? Ma'am, you have to stop doing this to me. I don't know what you're looking at. Talked about earlier in the stream that sometimes they will just,
don't want to draw any attention.
Do a perception check that you succeed at, and then you don't know where it's succeeding from. So, taking a scroll of feather fall. Yay! Welcome back to both of you. All right. Sighting records. Owlbear sightings in the region. Oh no. The last entry was written 10 days ago, saying cub. The word is underlined several times. We're gonna take this bullywug trumpet, even though it's not ours. Okay. I hope you guys aren't totally tired of hearing me read stuff poorly, mind you. But these are all important to the lore. There aren't as many books as we go further, I don't think. It's a lot of lore-heavy stuff at the beginning. Few try to understand the weave. A true pity, for only they who are truly attuned to the weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I won't go into further detail here, the goddess Mystra herself. See Magic of the Weave, Mystra, and the Spell Plague. The weave isn't magic precisely. It is the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely, unlike how a collection of threads is shaped to form one garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing the skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they were born with innate magic to the weave. Some call them sorcerers. Or worse, because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature known as warlocks. Also known as warlocks, not the otherworldly creatures. The people who get the powers for them. Do not be deceived. Their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases not even rightfully theirs. No, who truly know and manipulate the weave as an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless powers and beauty that the weave provides. No worries at all. We're not going to be on too much longer. 4 hours is definitely going to be my max of any stream, and today I'm feeling particularly I need to get up and move and eat something too. So we're gonna finish, I think, the library here, and then we'll wrap up for the day. Same books. Wasn't there? I thought there was something else over here. I guess not. Diane, were those fighting words in that book about the weave and warlocks? I don't think Will appreciates it either.
I have to keep going.
Cricket, honey, you cannot walk on the desk. We'll be done soon, okay? She says, but now. I have not had enough cuddles today. On Death and Resurrection. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext Rebound by... Is it Isofa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Danir for her heretical efforts to reconstruct. Oh my gosh, we just need to start that over. An excerpt from the ongoing meta. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give up. You can pause and read it on the screen. I have no ability to read these words anymore. Cricket, do not jump on the desk. It's not okay. Talks about Lord Kellamvor and other things. We're gonna, it's fine. I didn't take this before? Okay. We also have Chromatic Orb spell scroll. A lot of the same books in here. One more trumpet. Is there a chest in here? Did I miss that? No. Okay. I think we're done.
Should mind my step.
Oof. That was a text heavy one, y'all. Thanks for sticking with me. Look, warlock packs are just misunderstood problems. It's fine. Yes, Will accepts it. All right.
I don't need any attention right now.
Okay, Nettie is in here. But I want to look through some of her stuff because she pulled a poisoned thing on me, and
don't waste a step.
I don't feel too bad about it. An ancient book whose faded pages are starting to crumble. It's not easy, but some words can still be made out. Ketheric is finished, but he cost us the land. Darkness has fallen. Corruption is everywhere. Chased by the shadows, picking us off, druids and harpers alike. Our wounded were safe. I returned, searching for survivors. Lost, but I found his shade. I put it to rest and took his glaive. Blade infused with shadow. I have locked it away to serve as a reminder that even victory can taste bitter. Do these gloves do anything? No. I'm gonna do a little dash. Is the bird gonna tell on me? Doesn't have a sight radius, so it should be fine. She's turned away from us, right? Yeah, okay. We have to fund our need for too many healing potions, okay? Oh no, guys, don't give away my location. Turn-based mode is so fun. I didn't use it for a long time and still have to remind myself that it's an option, but like, you can do anything you want in turn-based mode. I mean, within reason. A turn in D&D, by the way, is 6 seconds. So when we're in combat and everyone goes, like that's all happening in a 6-second interval. And Same for this one. Let's take the mugwort and go ahead and can't move far enough. Okay, unsneak. I can read this, I just can't pick it up. We don't need to read this, but it'll allow us to craft antidotes. Recipe unlocked.
Have to keep going.
Have a couple more things in here.
Everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
Why do you have a thieves toolkit, Nettie? Okay, I want to look in this chest.
One step at a time, Nettie.
She's staring at it. At least you don't have Jingly Paladin following you. Yeah, I started a playthrough with a life cleric in heavy armor with disadvantage on stealth, and I'm already like, we're just not doing a stealthy campaign. So that's the opposite of this one.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
I've never been able to get this to successfully work for me, but I've heard that you can like have someone talk to someone to
your
turn
companion to agree to take the poison.
The radius.
Please keep an eye on her while you're looking for Master Halsin, just in case.
And then switch characters.
It will all be over. The ritual's almost
She's turned that way now.
To steal from us. The game. We've shown them once. We take Grove Law.
By letting that child escape without consequence. We might as
They're talking about theft in the other room, which is great and fun.
Time to press ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up, move over here. Nothing is happening. Go back to a conversation. Where did Halsin go?
He and the adventurers were headed to the ruined temple in the west. Master Halsin studied that drow for days, and he was sure something at the temple could help his research. I'm praying he was right.
Yeah, invisibility's great. There are potions, but they're pretty expensive.
My bed.
No time to waste.
What did she say? By Sylvanas, I don't know if she caught us. We're gonna leave. There's more crates here, but we're just gonna leave.
I don't want blood on my hands.
The right to defend our home.
So that's what you want.
All right, let's talk to Raph because we were told to talk to Raph.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented.
She seems pretty dangerous.
Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader.
How did she take over?
She is first druid in Halsin's absence. With him caught or dared by goblins, none may gainsay. But more will die if her ritual is finished. I doubt those exiled by the right will survive long outside.
If no one's looking for Halsin, I could do it. Sounds like I better leave. We already agreed to look for Halsin, and while she wouldn't say this way, this option will like add it to your quest so that he'll give you rewards when you come back. So we're just gonna accept it.
I would give anything to see Halsin return home.
Anything you say. It's fine. I'll find him.
Sylvanas' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
I'm sure I will not. Okay.
Come, Silver. Stay close.
I still have not been able to figure out what Silver's deal is. And it's upsetting to me. Like, I've tried in so many different scenarios, but when you talk to Silver, he gets really upset with you and like talks about being abused. And like, I've never been able to rectify that, and I don't know what's going on there. We have 2 more plaques to read. When we first came in, we read 2, but here are the other 2.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You see vanquished foes heaped at the druid's feet. The fallen bear Shah's sacred symbol on their armor and banners. The inscription speaks of moonrise. A reference to vile Saluna, no doubt. She and her druid allies bloodied Shah's forces. But Shah persists. She thrives.
All right, so not only Druid lore in here, but we also have Shar and Saloon coming into the picture.
They look like Dark Justiciars.
And Dark Justiciars is going to be important too, so let's keep that in mind.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild? You recall stories of an alliance between druids and the harpers, but the details are vague.
All right, and I think that'll do it for down here for now, unless we want to just like attack Kagha, which I think we decided against. Where's my staircase? Here we go. Let's regroup everyone.
We just let her run off.
She's a child.
A devil child. One who tried to steal.
And emerge in the grove. So, I know that was like really lore heavy at the end. I'm sorry if it was boring. I'm still getting a hang of like the streaming situation. I'm gonna just leave ourselves over here so that I remember what I want to do next time. I'm gonna stay on the stream for a little bit longer to organize my bags and like figure out what I'm selling and everything. So I'll be around to chat for a few more minutes, but I'll probably end the VOD here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And we stream now on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific on YouTube, not on Twitch. So hope to see you there.